The greatest story ever told is a piece about how I turned a girl who was so sweet she wore her heart on her sleeve into a murderer and a thief. See, she believed that life is precious. I could hear it in her voice. She said, "You only live once." But then we had to make a choice, and I convinced her that being parents was something we couldn't do. I said, "I already been through hell and back, so why would I want to drag a baby back through?" I said we weren't old enough or rich enough or strong enough to bring a baby into the world, but sometimes I find myself wondering if it was a boy or a girl. If she would have held my hand on her first day of school or sat still while I taught her how to tie her shoes. If he would have listened to me when I read him my poems or stood by the door every day until his daddy came home. And I could still hear that girl cry. I could hear her ask why this thing within her had to die. And if life is precious, she said, then how could we sleep after we turned her womb into a trash heap, a garbage disposal, an afterthought, a too late reminder of those condoms I should have bought? I feel worse than the worst man under the sun. I feel just like them no good thugs with a gun. See, we fooled ourselves that this powerful stuff was love when it was just lust wrapped up in slow music, soft lights, and the sweet aphrodisiac of the night. And I could tell she almost wanted to put her hands over her ears, afraid of what she was going to hear, and I was almost too scared to say it. I wanted to write it down so my tongue didn't have to taste it. I didn't want my heart to let it sink in. I didn't even want God to know what I was thinking. And as we rolled to that place in silence, I bobbed my head when KRS-One said, "Stop the violence." And she laid there and let them suck out her insides while I hid in the bathroom and cried. I felt worse than the worst man under the sun. I felt just like them no good thugs with a gun. 'Cause life is precious. Can you hear it in my voice? And you only live once. But it's too late to remake that choice. So the greatest thing I ever stole cost $438 and a piece of my soul.